Hello, everybody. My name is Ian Lamont. I am the author of the book Lean Media and host of the unofficial Amazon Deep Dive for Publishers, a video series that explains Amazon programs that you can leverage to expand your publishing business. Today, I'm going to be talking about something that will be of interest not only to publishers, but anybody who uses Amazon advertising to advertise stuff on Amazon, whether it's a book or something you're selling through Amazon Seller. And here's the issue. Amazon, they present you, I've said this many times, including in the deep dive for publishers, but Amazon presents you with a lot of data, and most of it is very useful. But there are a couple data points for Amazon advertising that are missing from the reports that they give you. And I think they're so useful for understanding and optimizing your advertising campaigns. Fortunately, it's easy to generate them yourself if you have a little bit of skill with a spreadsheet program like Excel or Google Sheets. I'm going to show you how to do it right now, how to create those two data points. And those two data points are basically spend per order and the conversion rate. Those two pieces of information are so important for understanding how your campaigns are doing, yet Amazon doesn't give it to you. But I'm going to show you how to do it. So first of all, here is Amazon advertising. Here's the campaign. Here's one of my campaign groups in 30 minutes. This is a book series I publish on Amazon. And you can see that I have all these campaigns going on. And then it shows you the different data types here. And unfortunately, you can't create data right inside this interface. They'll let you do things like customize columns. So I can add something like, the number of orders, or I can take out ACOS, which, as I've explained in other videos, that this can be a misleading metric. But anyways, I can do that. But I can't create new data types that aren't already available. So what you have to do is that you actually have to take the data outside of Amazon advertising, and then you have to manipulate it in Excel or Google Sheets. So what you would do is, let's just say that I wanted to take the date range for this month. Okay, these are the campaigns this month, and just export them. So what's going to happen is it just basically downloaded a file called Campaigns May 8th, 2019 CSV. Now, if I open that, let's just open it in a text editor and show what it looks like. You get this. All right, does anybody possibly know what this means? No, you can't, because this is the data in its raw format, and you actually have to put it in a spreadsheet. Fortunately, if I clicked on it right now, it would open it up in Excel. Okay. Let's get rid of that. And what I'm about to show you, I can do this in Excel, but I'm actually going to use Google Sheets because I think Google Sheets is a little bit quicker to do certain things. But basically, all the columns that we see in Amazon advertising, they're also showing up when I open them up in Excel. Okay, and you have things like orders, sales, CTR, click-through rate, clicks, impressions, etc. But what I want to do is I want to open it up in Google Sheets, similar type of program. You can see the columns there. And this is for last month. And what I did is, in addition to the default types of columns they have, like CTR or spend or cost per click, they also have spend per order and conversion rate. I created these two columns. These were not originally in that particular report. And basically, if you click on the cell, like spend per order for this particular campaign, Twitter sponsored campaign, it shows $1.23. What this means, for each order that was made based on the campaign, I spent $1.23. And you can, if you look in the, if you look here, it'll say equals N2 divided by P2. So what I basically did is I took the spend for that month, $9.83, and the number of orders that I got. And then when you entered that, you get $1.23. So this is actually pretty good. However, if you scroll down a little bit, you can see some campaigns that are not doing so well. Like, here's one campaign where my spend per order is $13.93. That's terrible. That means, because the profit I get on each book it's maybe $5 or something like that. So this means I'm spending twice as much to get that order for that particular campaign, as it's actually generating in profit for me. So this would be a campaign that I would really want to take a look at, maybe optimize it or maybe even cancel it. So the other thing that I like to look at is conversion rate. This shows you, of all the people that are clicking on the ad, how many are turning into orders. So for this one at the top here, Twitter sponsored this sponsored product ad, the conversion rate is actually really good. It's 53%. That means for every 15 clicks that I'm getting, it resulted in 8 orders, which is super. And you can see there's some other ones that are pretty good. Basically, anything over 10%, that's I consider that to be all right. So I have some campaigns that are performing really well here. So you may be thinking, all right, Ian, that's great. Well, how do you actually set this up? So let's do it right now. Here is for February 2019, and I did not create those 2 columns yet. So the first thing I need to do is actually to create 2 columns so I can put the data in there. So let's put it right to the right of this one. Insert one right, insert one right. Okay, here are my 2 columns. First one's going to be spend per order. And then the next one is going to be conversion rate. Okay, let's do spend per order first. So that's pretty easy. I've spent $207 here, and it's resulted in 57 orders. So basically what I'm doing is I'm taking this value, and if you look here in Google Sheets, it's N2. So what I do, remember when you're creating a formula in Google Sheets, you start with it, or Excel, you start with an equal sign. Then I do N2 divided by orders, which is P2, and hit return. 3.64, blah, 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 blah. Okay, let's convert that to dollars so it's easy to understand. All right, $3.64. And then basically you just grab that little icon there and just pull it down. It's called autofill. If it says div 0, that means that it's a calculation that doesn't make sense because there were 0 orders for that particular campaign. But this is really interesting information for me. And I can see right away, oops, what's up with this? I'm spending $14 to get an order for something. So I need to look into that later on. Let's do conversion rate too. Conversion rate is basically you take the number of clicks you have and what percentage of them turn into orders. So there's 57 orders, 644 clicks. So that's P2 divided by L2. Let's put that in there. Equal P2 divided by L2. And again, that's a big decimal number. Let's turn that to percentage. Format as percent. That should be in Excel or Google Sheets. There we go. And we can do the same thing again. Just drag it down. And like magic, I can see my conversion rates. As I said before, 10% or more is good. So I can see I have a couple of really strongly performing campaigns, but then I have this one, 4%, and then I have this one down here, 2%, 2.5%. So these are campaigns that I want to look at. So this is if you know how to use Excel or Google Sheets, this shouldn't be too hard to do. If you don't know how to use those 2 programs, go to YouTube and search for a free tutorial on how to do stuff like that. It's not that hard, and you can get some really good insights into your data for your Amazon advertising campaigns. To learn more about how to get the most out of your publishing business, check out my Amazon Deep Dive for Publishers. It's available from leanmedia.org, and thank you so much for watching.